How do you build sentences in your Conlang? In order to build a sentence for a constructed language, you need to define a sentence structure. Some languages have a free sentence structure, but it can be more difficult for a beginner to determine the meaning of each word. First, you should decide between these two primary sentence structures, SVO or SOV. If you want to make a simple sentence that will be like a sentence from English, then you should pick SVO. But if you are working on a complex constructed language, you can use SOV or any other sentence structure. Try to make a simple sentence and create your own subjects, verbs, and objects. That's the first step. How do you build a sentence? Now, you need to pick a sentence from your native language or from a foreign language that you are learning right now. You can use word building techniques from the previous video. You can also create a small list of phrases that you will use in your language.
But what phrases can I have?
You can make some phrases that will be like good afternoon, good evening, thank you, goodbye. But you can make your own sentences that will be used as a phrase.
Thank you, teacher.
These phrases will be useful if you decide to make a language that will be used for some fictional communication. Here are some examples. Many European languages prefer SVO word order, especially Romance languages like French, Italian, Spanish. Their sentences are mostly subject, verb, object. In Slavic languages, most sentences are SVO, especially if a beginner is learning the language, but sometimes they change the word order so that the person who is learning would have trouble determining which is the word order, or what's the meaning of the words in the sentence. If you want to make a language with a flexible word order, then create a sentence structure that will be like Slavic. On the other hand, SOV is the sentence structure used in Korean, Japanese, and in Turkic languages. If you want to choose this kind of sentence structure, you will need to put verb at the end of the word in every context.
But wait, does this mean I cannot change the word order in the sentence?
Great question, Willy. If those languages have this general rule for sentence structure, then there is no other grammatically correct sentence structure. They don't allow SVO, like English. Take my Conlang as an example. Apsognian language is an SOV language. Most sentences typically introduce the object before verb, but this sentence structure is also possible. VOS. This language is created by making prefixes that usually come before main word and suffixes that define or modify the meaning of a word. Sometimes using those prefixes can define the full sentence, so you have a sentence of only one word. Here is just one example that I would like to give you right now. Dëg naho aepasug. We are our family. In this context, the aepasug is the word used for family. From the previous video, the word aphasu means mother, but this isn't sufficient because the name of the language, Aepasogn, means the family language.
I didn't know that you're gonna say it's family language, but you are a creative, teacher.
Thank you, Willy. That's what I was thinking about, because Aep, which is the word root from the word aphasu, is basically a family member. Naho is the word typically used to define that one word belongs to another word. In English language, it translates to of. So, this sentence, Ajoguns vnahe, would mean my language, in literal translation. But because there's no verb meaning to be, this sentence translates to this is my language. So, Ajoguns vnahe is the sentence in Apsognian, and there's no other word required.
Does this mean I can build sentences with just one word?
Not always. because there are complex sentences that cannot be written with just one word. We require multiple words. For example, in this phrase, Ar rejoicen masren huepma. It means a sad autumn has come so lately. This sentence, unfortunately, cannot be written as just one word. It requires multiple words, which is basically sentence building in real languages. I just forgot to mention that there are some other sentence structures used in extremely uncommon languages, like VOS, VSO, OSV, and OVS, which is the sentence structure of Klingon language.
Thank you for introducing me with another constructed language.
You are welcome, Willy. Some constructed languages prefer using multiple sentence structures to confuse learners. Okay, this is basically it for the sentence-related tutorial. In both Absognian and other languages, you can build sentences by adding words, prefixes, and suffixes. You can use the techniques for word building along with the word introduction. As I mentioned before in the previous videos, I provide paid lessons and commissions for word building. You can choose one of those 4 packages depending on your level of language creation. I accept payments through PayPal, and all you have to do is to send me a DM on Instagram. If you are a big fan of constructed languages and language learning, and you want to make your own constructed language, consider subscribing and I will make more tutorials. Stay tuned and happy learning!
Nitik to quiz week. Goodbye everyone.